Wendy's got some explaining to do when it comes to this testimony and telling her mother how much she hated Danny. Dang. She's getting exposed right now.
All right, next I want to ask you about Mr. Markel's response to your petition to relocate. Is it fair to say he was adamantly opposed to that motion?
Yes.
All right, and you all fought over things large, of course, but also very small, like in this pleading, a tennis racket is mentioned, right?
Yes.
And, oh, jumped ahead on us. Okay, let's go back. In Mr. Markel's response, and for court and counsel, this is page 82 of Exhibit 60, he indicates, the husband affirmatively alleges that the wife helped herself to non-marital assets, including money and stocks owned prior to marriage, as well as numerous personal non-marital belongings of the husband, such as luggage, bicycle, tennis racket, and family heirlooms. Did you take those things when you vacated the property?
I did remember taking his tennis racket by accident, and I returned that, but otherwise I didn't take his belongings.
Did you
took it by
strategize to
accident?
leave him in a way that would cause or inflict maximum damage upon him?
No.
Is that something your mom ever said?
I don't
To your
remember that.
knowledge? Did you discuss with your mom how and when you would leave your marriage?
I did.
Yep.
Do you recall a November 2nd, 2012 email where
Horse is so
Dan
nasty.
Markel
man.
was saying to you, you know, let's put all this aside. This is all about the kids. Let's act toward each other in a way that they can be proud of. Did he say that to you?
I remember reading an email like that.
Jesus.
All right, and we talked about the Aqua Ridge apartment, or I guess it was a home, residence. Is this a fair and accurate photo? I've blurred your kids' faces, but of the living space there?
Thank you for doing that. Yes, that's our home.
Okay. And did your mom help you secure this place to live? Did you have any involvement in that?
She did.
Okay, what involvement did she have?
She helped me move in.
Okay, did she help you locate the place to live?
I think
at
so.
all? Okay. Did she come up and look at places with you as well?
We did.
Okay. Did Dan Markel threaten you in the pleadings with federal kidnapping charges?
He did.
And that was associated with the way he claimed that you left the marriage.
Yes.
Wow.
And
That's serious.
he says you took the kids and did not tell him where they were for several, I think I've seen days and weeks. Is that true?
It's true that he said that. It's not true that that's what happened.
Well, what's the
What was his
truth?
position on your motion to relocate?
We did talk about it before I filed it, and he was amenable to figuring it out. But once I filed it, he was against it.
Okay. Did he allege in his response that the sole stated reason that you wanted to relocate was to be closer to your parents?
He did say that in his response.
Right. And is that the response that your mom referred to as his 23-page rant?
Probably.
And she had a lot of thoughts about that particular filing, didn't she?
Yes.
Okay. And she laid those out in an email to you. I know you remember. That's the whole, your non-negotiable is relocation.
Yes.
Do you recall having 2 long mediations to try to resolve your divorce without a trial?
Yes.
And were those mediations successful?
They were not.
Was Mr. Markel seeking to depose your mother as part of the divorce proceedings?
I don't remember that.
What about your brother Charlie? Did he care about whether you moved to South Florida or not?
I think so. I mean, I think he would have liked for me to be closer to him and have the kids closer to him.
Would it have been okay with him if you had made a decision to stay in Tallahassee?
I would have imagined so, yes.
And after the relocation motion was denied, you were kind of like, well, maybe I have to stay in Tallahassee. Wasn't there at least a moment of that for you?
I mean, it wasn't maybe, that was the court's decision, and I respect the court's decision, and, you know, I would make the best of it.
What about Charlie? Was he outraged by the court's decision?
I honestly don't remember him being outraged.
But to your mom, it was a big deal.
My mom was really upset.
Yeah. It was described by your mom in several places as like a life and death proposition. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think my mom thought my life in Tallahassee wasn't good.
Dang, man. Wendy's not helping their mom's case.
Is it true that you never would have left Dan Markel without your mom's suggestions?
Objection, lady.
Overruled, she may answer the question based on her own knowledge.
I would have left Danny regardless of anyone else's input. I was very unhappy.
Did you ever write that you would have never left him without your mom's suggestions?
I don't remember saying that.
Please refer to tab 41 and see if it refreshes your memory.
They're bugging.
I do say here I wouldn't have done it on my own.
Okay. Do you specifically reference your mom?
I say my parents
Okay.
and brother's suggestions and support.
Okay.
I think because I wasn't happy, but part of me thought maybe I would just stay until the kids grew up.
You know. Stop playing, Wendy.
Just one moment, I've lost my place a little bit.
CP said Jim McCabe. Oh, Lord.
All right, I think you already testified you did not offer your mom your divorce petition to edit. Is that your testimony?
Sorry,
Did you
What's the
send your
question?
divorce petition to your mother to assist you in editing it?
I don't remember doing it.
Okay.
So, yes.
And did your
She
mom
don't recall.
also pretend to be you to Mercer University to help you complete your divorce affidavit?
I have no memory of that.
Got a little pop out here of this email from your mom. Obviously, I pretended to be you contacting these financial institutions. Is that something that she would normally do on your behalf? Pose as you?
I had very little
Oh my
understanding or involvement
goodness.
of my financial situation, and so that might have been an account that my dad had created for me or that had like co-signatory authority, so that's possible.
Okay.
Wow.
And here, did you forward a letter
Insane.
that was written on, or sent to you on December 19th of 2013 from Dan Markel, where he was kind of wanting you back and making a lot of concessions, I'll stop coming home late, etc. Do you recall that
I do.
long email? Did you forward that to your mother?
I very well may have.
And do you recall she replied with sort of a paragraph by paragraph breakdown of that, you know, Dan Markel email?
So I see that here. I mean, I certainly didn't remember, but I see that there's a response here.
Okay. I think I've got her responses. Did you respond to her? Very nicely done, Mom. This is great.
It looks like I did, yes.
Okay. And then we go to L. In her responses, I guess they've got a joint email, so how do we know it's Mom and not Dad? Do we?
I don't.
Does Dad send responses like these? This is all the response. Would Harvey detail like that in a response?
Should have
but
typed to
I-
CP.
It could be that my dad and mom were talking and that she was the scribe, right? That they
Wow.
were, that it reflects both of their thoughts and that my mom's the one writing it.
And many of the emails are signed Mom and Dad, or they reference Dad and I feel this way. Was it common for your mom to express for the two of them a certain position?
Yes.
Yeah, because she's controlling.
And in this particular email, so this is a little confusing, but she responds paragraph by paragraph, you know, K3, K5, K6, referencing Dan Markel's email to you and refuting each paragraph.
Well, Donna's clearly crazy. There's no
And
doubt
she
about
felt
that.
that his position was outrageous, right?
Yes.
And she thought his religious practices were extreme, didn't she?
She did, yes.
She was extremely concerned about the well-being of the children in reference to his religious practices.
Yes.
She wanted a psychological evaluation of Mr. Markel.
Yes.
He didn't need a psychological evaluation, did he?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Was he an extremely intelligent, accomplished law professor?
Yes.
Yes.
Did your mom ever call Dan Markel any disparaging names around this time frame?
Yep.
She did.
In front of the kids?
Okay. Including
Yep.
piece of shit?
To you?
Yes.
Yep. In front of your friends? Yep. In front of your father? Yep. All that. We know
Asshole?
how it goes.
Yes.
A narcissist.
Yes.
A bully.
Yes.
A bastard.
Yes.
Did your mom help you prepare for your meetings with your divorce lawyer?
My mom offered help, but I don't think I needed help preparing for meetings with my divorce lawyer.
Who was your divorce lawyer?
Kristen Adamson.
Your mom, in an email dated January 9th, 2013, indicates that she thinks the job opportunities that you had in South Florida was a major bargaining chip in your divorce. Did you agree with that?
Yes.
Did I agree with it at the time?
Yes.
I don't remember.
And she did a lot of work sort of making arguments to that point, didn't she?
I believe so.
And did you forward your correspondence with your lawyer to your mother?
I did.
Publishing 64. I'm gonna skip to J. She wanted to be kept informed, right?
Yes.
Your mom mentions, let's see if I can find it. This is 64G.
Come on, lady, get the
your
slides together.
South
This is
Florida
good
legal
stuff.
team. She will try to remember to discuss things with your South Florida legal team. Who was that?
I think she was jokingly referring to herself.
Oh, she's the South Florida legal team.
I don't know who else it would have been. I think that's why there's a smiley face. I think it was a joke.
Okay.
Yikes. No, Wendy is not a co-defendant. She's
More questions for your upcoming hearing with your attorney.
a witness at
Did you
this point.
forward your mom's questions or ask your mom's questions when you met with your attorney?
Give me a second, guys.
Probably not all of them, but if there was something that I thought was useful, I probably forwarded it or had a conversation about it.
And here you
Super
can see in
controlling.
paragraph 2, your mom referred to Dan Markel as Gibbers as well, right?
It was a silly name, yeah.
Right. Let's go to the order denying your petition to relocate. Was your mom aware that the order was filed?
Yes.
Okay. And this is language from the order denied with prejudice, meaning you can't re-raise it, right?
Right, you can't refile.
And your mom wanted to fight the decision, didn't she?
She did.
Did you feel railroaded by her in this email where she's kind of bullying you to keep fighting?
Please rephrase your question.
Did you feel railroaded by your mother?
No,
Okay, but she wants you to continue to take action.
it was denied. I wasn't taking any more action.
Not any more legal action.
I was not taking any more action of any kind.
Didn't your mom have some other ideas for some other actions that could happen?
She did.
She did want to take it to an appeal. Do you remember that?
Actually, I don't remember, but
That's on tab 43 of your binder.
yes, I see.
Okay, but she also wanted to develop this plan of action that could be implemented between the time you learned of the relocation denial and your final hearing in court to maybe strong arm Mr. Markel into agreeing to the relocation. Do you remember that email?
Yes.
Okay, and she had some ideas for how to do that, right?
Yes.
And she said Jibbers hasn't beaten the Adelson family yet. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So what was her plan of action? What did she suggest you could do to get Dan Markell to relent and let you take his kids to South Florida?
She suggested that I pretend that the boys had become Christian.
Is that something you would ever consider doing?
No.
She was going to pay for them to get instruction on the Christian faith, right?
That was what she said.
And she said she looked into it and she could get them baptized in a couple weeks. Do you remember that?
I don't remember, but I'm sure it's here.
Do you remember her imploring you to put on a good act?
I do.
Did your mom, I don't know, do you have any acting training?
No.
Do you know why your mom would Google how to teach an actress emotion?
I don't. I don't know.
Did she ever share with you or forward you any tips on how to bring emotion or fake emotion?
Not that I remember of any kind.
All right. What about a financial offer? Was that part of it as well?
Yes.
What was the financial offer to be?
I think it was $1 million.
Who was going to pay the $1 million?
My mom, my dad, and my brother.
And they were going to pay $1 million. You didn't have to pay any of it?
I don't remember having to pay any of it.
Okay. And they were going to give Dan Markell $1 million for what?
So that I could relocate.
Okay. Did you ever make that offer to Dan Markell?
No.
To your knowledge, did anyone make it to him?
I don't think so.
Would it have worked?
I don't think so.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
It's all about getting control from Dan and Markell, right?
Yes.
And you told her these ideas were crazy, didn't you?
I did.
I will not be introducing my children to Christianity. I truly believe it will backfire.
Again, Your Honor, the prosecutor is testifying and
As the counsel testifying, sustained, please make sure you're asking open-ended questions to the witness. Ms. Kupperman,
I'm reading from State's Exhibit 64V, which is in evidence.
please proceed.
Did you say it would backfire?
Yes, those are my words.
And what did you mean by backfire?
I don't remember, but I can read there below what I was saying.
Did it have to do with this will give him ammunition to pursue things in court?
I might have meant that at the time.
Did your mom respect your decision not to use her suggestions?
I mean, she had to have, right? I'm a grown-up.
She said, mm.
She kept pushing though, didn't she?
She was suggesting other.
Hold on. I gotta run that back. Y'all hear her? She said, yo, this prosecutor is petty. She said, I'm an adult, right? The prosecutor said,
Below what I was saying.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did it have to do with this will give him ammunition to pursue things in court?
I might have meant that at the time.
Did your mom respect your decision not to use her suggestions?
I mean, she had to have, right? I'm a grown-up.
She kept pushing though, didn't she?
She said, mm.
She was suggesting other ideas.
Okay. January 27th, 2013 email.
Yo.
64W. Charlie brought up a good point when he said that Americans were dropped behind enemy lines during World War II wearing Nazi uniforms to get what they wanted. They had a job to get done, and they did what they needed to do to accomplish it. You have a job to get done and a very short time frame to accomplish it. If you dressed your kids up in Hitler Youth uniforms and brought them down here, I could care less if it was an act of defiance and would show Jibbers that he's not in control. Did she suggest that to you?
Yes.
She said, I don't
She
think so.
urged you to rethink your decision not to implement her suggestions, didn't she?
Yes.
Oh,
She wanted
man.
you to do an act of defiance that will put a scare into this jackass. Why would she want to scare Mr. Markel?
So that he would let me relocate, I guess.
She says here, and I'm still on 64W, I don't know how much of the big picture you're seeing, honey. I don't know if you can realize that not only what you can provide for your boy's life, but for your own life, all depends on this change. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So she did view this as a very serious matter, right?
Objection.
Yes.
And she's sending all of this after the
Hearsay.
relocation is denied, right?
Yes.
Everyone has a price. Fight for yourself. Okay, I'm showing you this slide also from Exhibit 64W, which indicates that you were gonna go into the $1 million offer as a third. Does that refresh your memory on that deal?
I mean, it refreshes my memory, but it's not something I ever considered or thought about doing.
So you would not have paid up the
No.
third of $1 million?
No.
Man,
Stop the cap.
she throwing Donna all the way
Moving
under the
on to
bus.
64X.
I was an
This is
adult.
an
My mom's
email
crazy. Sorry.
in which your mom expresses opinions on several items, including the marital home, the parenting schedule, alimony, child support, health insurance. Did you want her opinion on all these things?
I mean, I don't remember, but
Jeez.
I think we always want our parents' opinion on things, even if we don't take it.
Sorry, Your Honor, I can't hear.
Please restate your answer.
Counselor asked me if I wanted my mom's opinion on those things, and it's hard for me to remember at the time if I wanted other opinions, but I said, I guess, people always want their parents' opinions on things.
And your mother's opinion was that she wanted you to aggravate your ex-husband, right?
Yes,
To screw him financially,
yes,
to get a win.
yes.
She thought your divorce was something to be won, right?
It seems that way.
When was the divorce final?
It would have been final this summer of 2013.
July 31st of 13, sound right?
Yes, ma'am.
And we saw that that was the date for your trial. Did a trial take place?
Yes.
Okay. With witnesses being called?
No, there weren't any witnesses.
Okay, so it was the settlement.
Yes.
And did you reach the settlement on the day that the trial was supposed to be conducted?
I think maybe the day before.
Okay. I want to ask you some questions about voice authentication. Your cell phone, was it collected by police in this case?
I gave the police my cell phone to search.
Let them download it and return it to you, correct?
ma'am.
Okay. And are you familiar with a wiretap that was conducted in this case,
I've seen a lot of wires.
where phone calls were intercepted by the police and recorded by the police?
Yes.
And were
Dang.
you asked to listen to a disc of calls to see if you could authenticate the voices on those
Yes.
discs? Okay. And were you able to authenticate some of the voices on there?
I was able to authenticate the voices of my family.
All right, so Charlie Adelson, Donna Adelson, Harvey Adelson.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and did you initial on State's Exhibit 135 by each of those voices that you were able to authenticate?
I did.
Certainly can't read this, but
It's very small.
see if that's
Yes.
that's
mhm.
where you initialed. Okay.
I did.
This time I'd ask to introduce State's Exhibit 135.
Any objection?
Submit, Your Honor.
I'm asking if there's an objection
No
to the
objection.
evidence. States 135.
She said, huh?
and-
What's that? Objection. I don't know. Go ahead.
After the divorce was final, was there any more litigation between you and Dan Markel?
There was.
All right, and who was the first one to file something after the divorce was final?
I don't remember who was first to file.
Because you both filed some things afterwards, right?
Well, Danny was supposed to pay me for the deal with our settlement was I was supposed to take my name off the title to the house, and he was supposed to pay me half the value of the house. So I went that first week and took my name off the title and then just waited. And when I reached out, when it was time for him to pay what he owed, he said, I'm not going to pay it. And I asked why, and he said, I have my reasons. And so my attorney had to file to enforce the settlement agreement because otherwise he was going to be held in contempt of court.
The court had given him a deadline to make the payment, and he didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
So you filed a motion to enforce,
The settlement agreement.
and he filed a counter motion saying, well, I'm not paying because she's in violation for all these different things. Remember that?
I do, and then he accused my attorney of committing fraud.
Right.
Wow.
One of his big complaints was failure to facilitate the communication agreement, where I guess you all had some type of agreement to provide Skype calls with the kids to each other when you didn't have the children. Do you remember him complaining about that?
I do. I remember if I was 1 minute late, he would contact the parenting coordinator and complain that I was in violation.
That
Don't
was
be
a pretty
late.
regular complaint of his in this era of these filings, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. And when he sent an email, for example, 64N, let's see if we have that. Alleging these sorts of violations and including, quote, accusing you and your mother of making zero efforts to facilitate communication between he and the kids. Did you forward this email to your mother?
Yep.
I don't remember if I did or not.
I'm sure she did.
And during this time period, did Dan Markel send you quite a few emails pleading with you to play nice? For example, March 7th of 2013, Wendi, I really regret that things have gotten to the place where they are. Do you think we could try to resolve more issues directly with each other to prevent so much of the unnecessary tension and cost?
Nope.
Things like that.
Yes.
Okay. But then you didn't seem to be able to actually play nice with each other, even though it seems like maybe that's both what you wanted, at least at certain points.
I was always trying to play nice.
Well, you were threatening to hold him in contempt of court.
I wasn't threatening to hold him in contempt. That's what my lawyer filed. That's what happens
Well,
when
your
you...
lawyer represents you, doesn't she, Mrs. Adelson?
She does, but I wasn't threatening him.
Did you cease all Skype communication between Dan Markel and the boys on March 12th of 2013?
She don't
I
recall.
remember that, no.
Tab 54, please.
I want to say a word right now. This is a family show, so I'm not going to say it.
It looks like my attorney advised me to do that.
Did you cease all Skype conversations between Dan Markel and the boys?
Again, I don't remember. It's been a very long time, but if
Look at this fine gentleman here. We're gonna take a break for a moment for some comic relief. Boy, oh boy, talk about getting caught in 4K. Hey yo, sir, you have been exposed. This guy's all the way up.
it looks like my attorney
His
advised
nose.
me to do that.
Did you cease all
Look at him.
Skype conversations between
Wait
Dan
for it.
Markel and the boys?
Wait for it. Ow, he
Again,
went
I don't
in.
remember. It's been a very long time. But
Oh,
if my
he's in
attorney
there.
advised me to do it, then I probably did it.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
Going
And
crazy. It's nasty work.
the day that you filed that motion to enforce the marital settlement agreement and hold Dan Markel in contempt, see if I can find that. What was the date of that filing?
It looks like it was October 31st, 2013.
Was that the same date that you backed out of the contract to buy a house here in Tallahassee?
I don't remember if it was the same date, but at that point I didn't have the money I needed to buy the house because Danny didn't pay what he was supposed to.
Okay, but you don't remember which day you backed out of buying the house?
I don't.
Could it have been the same day that this was filed? Halloween of 13?
It may have been.
Okay, and was it Charlie, your brother, who talked you out of buying the house?
No, I didn't have the money to buy the house.
So you don't remember him discussing that with you?
No.
Okay. And
Of course
did your
not. She doesn't
mom
remember anything.
have a position one way or the other on whether you would buy the house?
I don't remember.
The image that I just had up there, was this image sent to you on October 31st? How did this get onto your cell phone dated October 31st?
I It looks like something my brother would have sent me at some point. I don't remember if it was what day it was, but I remember seeing that picture.
Okay, do you have any reason to dispute the metadata associated with it on your phone?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you recognize your brother in this photo?
I do.
And who's the woman he's pictured with here?
Katie.
Is that Catherine McBanoa?
Oh, we're getting
Yes.
into Katie now.
So did your brother at any time send you this picture? Not at any time. Did your brother on October 31st send you this picture and basically tell you not to buy the house because you weren't going to be living in Tallahassee much longer?
I don't remember him ever telling me not to buy the house or that I wasn't going to be living in Tallahassee. I really wanted to buy
That's
that house.
wild. So she just didn't know anything that was going
Do you
on.
remember after all the drama with the Skype asking your mom, let's see if I can find it here, to help you work on the Skype thing because it was becoming a real problem between you and Mr. Markell?
I honestly don't remember, but I see this email and I must have sent this.
And then a few months later, in February of 14, Mr. Markell files a motion to enforce marital settlement agreements, and that we've touched on that already. That was alleging that you committed fraud on the court during the original settlement. Remember that?
I do. I remember him saying that my attorney helped perpetrate a fraud.
He did. He suggested that the court should send a strong message to you about your malfeasance by awarding him the entirety of the assets that he alleged were undisclosed. Do you remember that?
I do.
Wow.
And
Dirty.
did your mom view that filing?
I don't remember.
Me
Isn't that
either,
the one
Amy.
she responded to? We need a plan of attack. We need to aggravate him the way he's trying to aggravate you.
I remember we just looked at that. I just didn't remember what it was in response to.
Okay. And did you respond to his allegations
I
in
wouldn't.
court, in a
I-
court filing?
We must have responded in a court filing to that,
Okay.
because if someone accuses you of fraud, at that point my attorney had to recuse herself because she had to become a witness in the case and to say that that didn't happen. And then I had
Exactly.
to find a new attorney to represent me.
Okay, and did you do a filing in response to his counter motion to enforce the marital settlement agreement alleging, and this is page 439 for court and counsel, that a vast majority of the former husband's motion contains allegations that are redundant, immaterial, impertinent, and scandalous? That sort of language, does that sound familiar?
It doesn't actually sound familiar, but I would have responded in a motion.
Time to go
so
to
I'm
tab
sure my
65.
attorney filed something.
Did your mom move around this time?
I don't think so.
Do you remember your parents signing a lease at a place called the Continuum?
My parents were spending some time there on the weekends, but they didn't move until 2015 when I was clerking for a judge at that time.
All right, so they signed a lease to have sort of a weekend property. Was that in South Beach?
Yes.
Okay, and that does March of 14 sound right for that?
I don't remember when they signed a lease there, but it's possible.
Well, when you ultimately left Tallahassee, which we'll get to, did you go to live at the Continuum or at Coral Springs or somewhere else?
In Miami at the Continuum.
And do you know why they chose to move into the Continuum? I mean, this is about 3-4 months before the murder.
My brother had a girlfriend that lived there, and he really liked the property, and he thought maybe my parents might like to retire there. So he was suggesting that they start trying someplace other than Coral Springs to retire.
And did your mom add you as a resident to the Continuum on May 16th of 2014?
I don't remember that, but the Continuum, the apartment complex, had very high security, and so it may have been that if you wanted someone to come and not be considered a guest, they had to be considered a resident.
Okay, tab 95, please.
95.
And the question is, would you have been considered a resident as of May 16th of 2014?
And I don't know, so you want me to see whether on this document I was added as a resident?
Yes, ma'am.
It looks like I was added and my brother were added. And then my other brother was in case of emergency, and it was in April of 2014.
April of 2014. Okay, so about 3 months before the murder?
Yes,
And that was just so that you could come and go whenever you were visiting?
that was my understanding.
Do you recall a motion being filed by Dan Markell that we referred to as the grandma motion?
No,
Did Dan Markell
The
in
grandma motion?
March 26th of 2014 file a motion seeking to preclude your mother from having unsupervised contact with your kids?
I don't remember him filing that motion, but it sounds like if it's a motion you have a name for, then it exists.
And in that motion, do you recall, or does it refresh your memory, that he was saying grandma, the boys were telling him, grandma says you're stupid, grandma says she hates you, and as a result he was concerned about your mom alienating the kids or turning the kids against him?
I remember hearing about this motion.
Okay.
That's a fair
And
concern.
that is a motion that was never got to be heard, right?
That was part of the motion to enforce the settlement agreement.
Oh,
was never
wait.
heard.
Was it never heard because Dan ceased to exist? The grandma motion comes out. Then Dan seemingly disappears. Oh, Donna. As circumstantial as it may be, that is not a great look.
Which was never heard,
Because he was killed.
because yes.
And do you remember why you didn't forward your mom the actual motion that was filed in reference to that?
I don't.
Okay, if you will check tab,
Yikes.
see if you can find tab 98 in the back there, please.
Yikes. Donna saw that grandma motion. She's like, oh no. Mm-mm.
I have tab 98.
You got to go,
Does it
sucker.
refresh your recollection as to the question, which is, where was your mom on the day that the relocation was filed, which, for your reference, was 3/26/14.
So this email is from 3/25/14, and it looks like my parents were coming up. It says coming on Thursday, and this was written Tuesday the 25th. So my guess is that they were coming on Thursday the 27th.
And was it their
Wow.
practice to typically stop in Orlando and spend the night on the trip up to Tallahassee?
I don't remember.
Okay. The allegations that are laid out in Dan Markell's motion were sent to you in an email before the motion was ever filed. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, no.
In Publishing 64AA, a December 16th, 2013 email.
Mom.
This email indicates that Dan Markell is going to be introducing a major issue, grandparental alienation. This will be part of our ongoing effort to resolve outstanding issues, but basically at the bottom there, Ben announced to me Abba. What does Abba mean?
It's Abba.
Father.
It means father in Hebrew.
Father, grandma says you're stupid. Okay, and he details a couple, I think it's 3 different instances in which his boys have told him that grandma, your mother, has told them that you're trying to take my sunshines away, she hates you, that sort of thing. Does this
Wow.
refresh your memory at all about those allegations?
It does.
Okay. And this email, you did forward this email to your mother. Do you recall that?
I don't recall that, but it makes sense that I would have.
And your mom responded to it, or someone responded to it, wow. Do you remember that?
I was shown that email yesterday.
Okay. And you forwarded that email not only to your mom, but to a total of 12 different people. Do you remember that?
I remember being very surprised that he was trying to accuse a member of the Florida bar of fraud and going to all these lengths to avoid paying money that he owed me.
Okay. And is that the reason why you sent it to the 12 people?
It was pretty shocking what he was doing.
Did your mom respond at all to that allegation
She said,
regarding
"How
her
dare you."
alienating the kids?
I don't remember a response other than the one I was shown that said wow, but I don't know if that was my dad responding or my mom responding.
Don't put daddy in
The
this.
allegation was in reference to your mom, right?
The allegation was in reference to my mom.
Okay. And in fact, the next day, because the parenting coordinator was in on the original thread, you forwarded the email a second time to your mom, didn't you, with the parenting coordinator's response? Do you remember that?
I don't remember that, but it makes sense that I would have forwarded it.
Do you remember
Shout out to
just
Dan for fighting for his kids, man.
a couple months before
Some would just give
the
up.
death of Dan Markell saying to a friend of yours, I think her name is Jane, does that sound familiar?
I had a friend named Jane.
Telling Jane, quote, Danny is a monster.
All of these questions are leading on.
Overrule, the witness may testify based on her memory.
I don't remember telling Jane that I thought Danny was a monster.
Okay, was Jane one of the people you forwarded the email to? Dan's email?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Of course not.
But it was the same day that you called him a monster. Do you remember that?
I don't.
I want to talk a little bit about your brother, Charlie. Judge, I don't know if you're wanting a recess, this is a good time. It's getting a little tedious, I'm sure.
So are we going to get a break here or not? Probably. Let's get forward and see what the judge says. You got dad, wife in chains, daughter on the
Witness,
stand.
We are going to have our lunch break at this point. I am going to remind you once again not to discuss this case with each other or anyone else. Also, you are prohibited from looking at any information or reports concerning this case.
All right, they're taking lunch. That's it. What do y'all think about this first part of Wendy's testimony? We're going to get to the second part. Obviously, this chick and her mama can... I'll let y'all fill in the blank in the comments and in the chats. It's truly disgraceful. Sad to see. It does not have to go this way. You can have a back and forth. You can have a conversation and then come to an agreement without it being this nasty and you trying to alienate the kids from their father. And now he gone. Truly sad, man. The kids are going to see all of this one day, guys. Imagine that. But in most of these cases, people don't think about the kids, which is unfortunate. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.